and thank you for your purchase of our Airbnb welcome sign template. This welcome sign will be a really nice addition to your Airbnb or short-term rental. We've put this video together to help you to customize your sign quickly. So to access the template, you're going to want to use a link in the post-purchase PDF as shown here. And depending on which theme you purchase, the example in this video may look slightly different. Here we're just showing our desert modern theme. However, just know that all the templates work the same. We're just using this as an example. And for this product, you'll find 4 links in the PDF. They're the letter and the A4 size, which are for printing at home. And then there's a poster and the A2 links, which are printing through a professional printer. And if you already have a Canva account, you're just going to want to sign in. But if you don't, you can easily just sign up for an account for free. When you get into the template, you'll notice that there are 6 options for you to choose from. Each has a non-photo option, as seen here, and then a photo option, which you can see here. And the photo option just allows you to add an image of your property. And then there is this sort of background border that has a photo. Use any of these as a starting point to create your template. To add your content, just click on any of the text boxes and then type in your information. So here I'm going to click on this top text box, and let's just change the name instead of Desert Oasis to Desert House. It's just that simple, and you're going to use the same method for changing any of these other text boxes. If you plan on changing the colors, I recommend that you select the option that is closest to what you plan to change the colors to. So if you're going to go with a lighter background and dark text, pick the lighter template, and vice versa if you're going to use a darker background template. So here I'm going to customize the colors for a lighter template. So the first thing, let's just select the background. And then what you'll notice in this upper left-hand corner, there's a color swatch. If I click on that, I can add my colors by clicking on this plus sign. You can select from this color spectrum, or if you have a hexadecimal value for your color, you can simply just plug in that hexadecimal value here. I'm just gonna pick a color that I have in this color selector. So let's go with this light tan option for the background. And then let's go ahead and change this text color. So again, I click here, I click on this font text color, and then let's go from this dark gray to this sort of bluish gray. Might be a little bit hard to see on screen, but hopefully you can see it. And then let's also just change this border color. I'm just clicking on the border color, and let's kind of pick this light color. And one thing you'll notice, sometimes it may not change. Canva can be a little bit buggy like that. What I suggest you do if that happens, just click off the item, click again on the background border, and then click on the color and they'll change. Again, sometimes you may be clicking on something and the color's not changing. I would just suggest clicking off of it and try clicking it again. So let's go ahead and just update a few more things. Let's update this color here to that bluish gray. Let's do this secondary text in this rust color. And let's do that contact in the bluish gray. I'm just gonna keep selecting here. Let's do this icon for the Wi-Fi in this rust color. Oops, let me hit deselect. And then let's change that to the rust color. And then let's change this text to that bluish gray. And this to that rust color. This to that bluish gray. And then this to that rust color. And then one thing to note, let's go ahead and change this map pin icon. So when I click on this, the one thing you'll notice that's different is there are actually 2 colors for this map pin. One is sort of the background color and one is a foreground color. So let's go ahead and update those. So let's do this to that bluish gray. And then let's do that other color to that rust color. And it's just that simple. You just click between either icon to change, or either swatch icon to change the color there. So there you can see it's that easy to update the colors of your piece to match whatever your home style is. Let's go ahead and adjust the font now. So to adjust the font, I'm going to click on the font or the text that I want to update. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to go to this font menu in the upper left-hand corner. You can see it does a drop down. And one thing to note, as you go down this font menu, if you see any with a crown next to it, those fonts are only available for Canva Pro users. I'm going to pick a font that I've used before. And then depending what font you use, you may have to adjust the font size up or down. So I'm going to increase the size of this. And then there you can see it updates. And then again, the other thing you may need to do, depending on what font you use, you may need to shift things up and down. So if I select this box here and I just do up arrow, do my up arrow, or I can do this with my mouse, I can just shift everything up because everything is grouped together. And you can see I could just adjust it in place there. A couple other things to note, if you do want to increase the line spacing between the lines or the letter spacing, you can adjust that here up in this font menu. So if you're going to be using the photo option as seen here, changing a photo is really easy. First, you can add photos to your photo library by simply just dragging from your computer into this uploads tray. What I'm going to do is select the photo that I've had before. I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to drag it right over the photo that I want to edit. You can see it changes that easy. Now, if the photo is larger and it's not showing the portion of the photo that you like, you can just simply double click and you'll see it exposes then the extra area of the photo. And I can go ahead and move this over to the right place that I want it to line up to. And if I click off of it, you can see it just updates that easy. When you're ready to publish your sign, you want to go to the share button here in the upper right hand corner, and then you're going to want to select download. And then from this file type menu, you're going to want to select PDF for print. One important thing to do is there's this select pages options, and you want to go in here and deselect all the pages, otherwise it's going to print all of them. And then you want to select the one that you want to print. So here I'm just going to select that option. If you're simply printing from home, you can just click the download button now. I do recommend that if you are printing from home, use photo or presentation paper for the best results. You're also going to want to set your document to print borderless if your printer supports that. Now, if you're going to print through a professional printer and print the larger photo size, they might ask you to set up the file type with crop marks. So you can see there's an option up here with crop marks. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And all crop marks and bleed are, it's just the extra area that's printed so that when the printer cuts the paper out, there's that extra space. And then the other thing that the printer may ask you to do is they may ask you to change the color profile from RGB to CMYK. So you can see there is a color profile option here, but there is this crown icon next to it, which means that it's only for Canva Pro users. But there are ways around this. One, maybe ask your printer just to see if they can convert it from RGB to CMYK for you. And if not, do a search on Google, look online, do a search for an RGB to CMYK PDF converter. I'm sure you'll find a free online tool out there to do it for you. Thank you so much for your purchase of our Airbnb welcome sign template. I hope they're a great addition to your property. If you have any questions for us or run into any issues, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll try our best to answer your question. Feel free to reach out to us on the email seen on the screen. And if you like our product, please leave a review to share your experience with others. We hope you have a wonderful day.